Disciple. Venerable Buddha, people often say that the most precious thing is this life because we only have one chance to live. Deep down, I truly want to believe that this is a priceless gift we must preserve. Yet some days, the burden of this life seems too immense, too heavy. I feel lost and do not know what to do with this so-called gift. I cannot find its true value. The Buddha. My child, I understand the restless mind and the weariness you carry. Your view of life determines how you experience it. If you see this life as an unbearable burden, it will certainly weigh you down, making it hard to breathe and difficult to raise your head. You will feel that every passing day is a punishment or an exhausting challenge. But if you know how to shift your mind, to see this life as a marvelous gift bestowed upon you, a rare opportunity in countless cycles of rebirth, you will naturally want to cherish and appreciate every moment of being present. You will find the motivation to explore and use this gift in the most meaningful way. The reason you feel life is heavy is not because life is inherently bad, but because of the way you are assigning meaning to it. Let us delve into the true values. My child, your life is a prerequisite condition, a natural existence that does not need any external explanation or proof. It is precious from the very first moment you cried out at birth. Its value does not come from the work you do, the wealth you own, or the praise of others. This life is precious, not because someone gave it to you, but because it is happening right within you, right now, completely and fully. Even when you are just lying silent and breathing, that life is still a miracle. You do not need to do anything grand to prove that you deserve to live or that your life has value. Value is inherent, resting within you, just as light is inherent in the sun, without anyone needing to switch it on. Your doubting the value of life is like you're doubting the necessity of air. Accept this simple truth. You breathe, you feel, and that is already an immensely precious thing. Humans often only recognize the preciousness of something when they sense the danger of losing it. They only cherish health when sickness arrives. They only value time when little time remains. But the appreciation that stems from the fear of loss is a form of anxiety, of clinging, that is not calm and deep appreciation. True appreciation is living deeply with everything that is, right in this moment, without needing a reason or a threat. Living deeply means you can taste the flavor of your food, you can hear the birds sing, you can feel the warmth of the sunlight, without having to remind yourself that these things will be gone. When your mind is tranquil, you no longer have to struggle with time or fear the end. You simply live and feel the marvelous value of the present, where all things are precious simply because they exist. I want to tell you a core truth. This life is not something for you to try to possess, accumulate, or hold onto for yourself. It is not a tangible asset that you must fight to protect. Life is a flow, an experience, a playground, and its purpose is for you to participate in it. Participate in this game with all your consciousness and presence. Every day that passes is a unique opportunity, one that will never be repeated, for you to be truly present in the miracle of existence. Pay attention to how everything operates, how you interact with the world, how you create an impact. Instead of asking, "What do I have?" ask, "What am I doing with what I have?" Full participation in life, whether in work or in rest, is the only way for you to unlock and receive its hidden values. Living is not about achieving, but about experiencing. My child, this life is an endless school, a giant library that you are allowed to visit every day. I myself spent many years seeking, learning from many teachers, from nature, and from my own suffering before I found the truth. The true preciousness of life lies in your ability to expand your mind, to constantly understand yourself, to understand all things, and to understand the laws of the world. Your mind is the strongest tool, and life is the material to sharpen it. Never stop being curious. Never stop learning new things, whether it is scientific knowledge or a lesson in patience. That learning is the light of wisdom, the fuel for your growth. Living without learning is like having eyes but refusing to open them to see the world. You must realize that your life is a miracle beyond the imagination of any philosopher. Consider your own body. It is a microcosm of the universe, operating according to the most intricate laws of creation. Every cell within you is a perfect world, performing billions of chemical miracles every second to keep you alive. Your heart beats without your command. Your lungs automatically filter air. Your digestive system works tirelessly. That is the miracle of creation, a wonderful balance gifted to you. When you are still, you will feel this rhythmic operation, and you will feel gratitude welling up. You do not need to search for miracles far away. The greatest miracle is right within you. Treat this body with the reverence it deserves, for it is the temple of life. People often mistakenly believe that life is precious because it is short and limited. They think they must rush to do everything before it is too late. But the preciousness of life does not lie in its length or its scarcity. In truth, it is precious because in every moment that passes, you possess a supreme power, the ability to change. You can change your own soul, change the way you perceive the world, and even change the lives of those around you. Short life is a reminder that every moment matters, not so you rush, but so you use your power to change consciously. Instead of chasing external goals, focus on internal transformation. The ability to wash away yesterday's mistakes and start anew with a pure heart is your greatest asset. My child, do not let your mind be deceived by numbers. This life is not measured by the number of years you live on earth, by the number of seasons you have experienced. The true measure must be the number of times you were truly awake, the number of times you lived fully in the present. One moment you are enlightened to a truth. One second you feel a deep connection to all things. That moment is as precious as 1,000 days you existed in unconsciousness, in distraction. If you live 80 years, but 70 years were thoughtless and repetitive, your life's value is small. But if you live 50 years with an ever-awakened and learning soul, your life has become limitless. Focus on the quality of presence, not the quantity of time. My child, when people are exhausted, both physically and spiritually, they easily mistake this life as terrible, as harsh. But the very moment you feel the most tired, the most depleted, that is not when life wants to torment you. On the contrary, that is when the life within you most wants attention. It is sending a clear signal that you have gone too fast, done too much, and forgotten your own basic needs. Life has not abandoned you. It is just quietly calling you to stop. Listen to that call so you can take a deep breath, rest, and care for yourself. Exhaustion is a messenger, not an enemy. Embrace it as a reminder to rebalance your life. I want you to change your perspective on challenges. Look at this life as a great teacher, one who constantly creates situations for you to learn and grow, not as a strict test to categorize you as a winner or a loser. In a test, you fear mistakes, but with a teacher, you know that every mistake is an opportunity to learn. Every difficulty, every obstacle you encounter, whether it is loss, sickness, or betrayal, is simply a chapter that is teaching you how to live more resiliently and wisely. Put your mind to drawing lessons from every event, instead of just lamenting the pain. When you view life as your teacher, You will always feel grateful even when facing adversity. Gratitude is not a random emotion. It is a skill, a way of seeing the world that you can learn. Train yourself to look at life with the eyes of gratitude, even for the smallest things. The green plants are still photosynthesizing air for you to breathe. The sunlight still warms you unconditionally. And even the sound of the rain is a natural music that nourishes all things. All are gentle, silent reminders. My child, you are still alive, and you are surrounded by a massive support system. When you practice gratitude, your mind automatically shifts from deficiency to sufficiency. You will realize that even on the hardest days, the most fundamental things are still being given to you for free. Living life to the fullest does not mean having to run fast, having to do many great things, having to travel far, or having to impress everyone. Living life to the fullest is your complete presence in every action, no matter how small and ordinary. It is when you wash the dishes, you are only aware of washing the dishes. When you eat, you only feel the flavor of the food. Drinking a cool sip of water, listening to the wind blow through the crack in the door, smiling at yourself in the mirror. These things are enough to complete a lifetime. The fullness of life lies in the depth of presence, not the breadth of action. Stop chasing other people's definition of living life to the fullest and reclaim wholeness in your own daily routines. I want you to understand that you do not need to achieve any fame, any wealth, or any accomplishment for this life to become precious. Do not think that only the famous or the wealthy have a worthwhile life. The value of life lies in authenticity. Simply by being true to your nature, without wearing masks, without deceit, without fearing judgment, that alone makes your life immensely precious. That authenticity is the purest energy source. When you live truly, you do not need to waste energy pretending or hiding, and that energy will be used to nourish your own growth. Simply be you, and you will see the natural preciousness radiating out. Remember this well. You are not a solitary island in the ocean. Your life is a flow, an infinite network of connections with all things. You breathe the air that plants release. You drink the water that has circulated through countless lifetimes. You eat food nourished by the earth and the sunlight. Your life depends on the lives of other beings, and vice versa. We are all one, linked by invisible threads of karma and existence. That is the beauty and the richness this life offers. When you realize this connection, your heart will open up. There will be no more fear of loneliness, but instead, boundless compassion and love. My child, do not wait until everything is perfect to start loving. Love is not a reward for perfection. It is when you live most authentically with your true self. Love means you accept this life with all its flaws, its cracks, its brokenness. Love yourself even if you have not accomplished everything you wanted. Love others even if they have hurt you. Unconditional love is what transforms your ordinary, messy life into something sacred and noble. Love is the power that turns suffering into understanding and turns impermanence into eternal value. When pain knocks on the door, whether physical or spiritual, you often tend to think that life has lost its meaning, but I want you to see the opposite. Pain does not take away the value of life. It is only giving you a precious opportunity to look deeper into your own enduring resilience and the hidden strength you never knew you had. Like fire testing gold, pain tests your soul. It teaches you compassion, empathy, and the strength to overcome. If life were always easy, you would never know how strong you truly are. View pain as the deepest lesson. It makes your life exponentially deeper and more meaningful. People often measure the length of life by the years they live. But there is a way to make your life infinitely longer, and that is when you know how to give kindness and goodness. Your life extends not by the time on the clock, but by the positive impact you spread to others. A kind word, a small help, an anonymous good deed, all make the meaning of your life expand, touching many other souls. Giving is the only action that creates eternal value. When you give, you are connecting yourself to a larger flow, transcending the limits of this physical body. Your helping others is truly your helping yourself. My child, the most important thing you need to understand is life does not just give you one single chance to live and then it ends. That is a misconception of those who are afraid. The truth is, this life, through every breath, every sunrise, every moment of awareness, is giving you thousands of opportunities to live better, to be a better person than yourself of yesterday. Every morning you wake up, you are given a new blank page. You have the right to choose your attitude, your actions, and how you face the world. Do not dwell in the regrets of yesterday. Use today to practice gratitude, learning, and love. It is this ability to regenerate, this infinite capacity to start anew, that makes life so incredibly precious. My child, now you have clearly seen, the most precious thing is not life itself with its limits of time, but how you live that life. It is your attitude, your choices, the development of your soul that defines its ultimate value. When you know how to live with a pure heart, non-attached, knowing how to learn from every lesson and give unconditionally, you transform this finite life into something infinite. Your life, though short by human calculation, will still be as complete, as meaningful as eternity. Carry this light of wisdom and love. Live truly deeply, and you will no longer feel life is a burden, but a great blessing. My child, remember this. This life is precious, not because it is rare or short, but because within it, you possess the full capacity to awaken, to learn endlessly, to love, and to change. Every breath you take, every sunrise you see, every second you still feel you exist, is your greatest miracle.